You can tell if a black woman is married to a white man based on how her hair looks.
I feel so called out right now, but look at my hair.
Hey beautiful people, how y'all doing today? Check out Destiny here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a very interesting video. It's about black women with white men, or dating or marrying or marrying or married or I can't even talk, or married to a white man. So there's this joke that is going on TikTok that says that you can tell when a black woman is with a white man because from her hair you can tell purely, because either they have their natural hair, or they either they why am I laughing? Either they have their natural hair on, or they have bad wigs on. Anyway, guys, this is I decided to say something about this, and what she said got a lot of people's reaction, and a lot of black women with white men decide to really share this thing. And even generally, people were just sharing their thought, like, is this true that black women with white men have a certain hair look and all that? Anyway, guys, let's go hear what this sister said and people's reaction.
The joke that's going around TikTok about you can tell if a black woman is married to a white man based on how her hair looks is kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. But as a woman who is black herself and is also married to a white guy, I have a theory as to why this might be the case. Quick disclaimer, this is all anecdotal based on my personal experience. There's no data or evidence to back up these claims whatsoever, so please take it with that in mind. When I got married to my husband, we moved to Michigan and we didn't have any family out here or any friends, so I basically had to rebuild my life. And a big part of rebuilding your life as a black woman is finding someone who can do your hair, especially if you can't do your hair yourself. Like, I can do a ponytail, I can do a flat twist, but I can't do anything else. And we live in a place in Michigan where there's not a lot of black people. And therein lies my theory. When black women marry white men and they move to those communities that are largely white, they don't have anyone to do their hair, so it looks messed up. On TikTok about you can tell if a black woman is married to a white.
Y'all, nothing works harder than the TikTok algorithm, because the way how this spoke to me, same here. Like 10 years ago when I met my husband, I was living in Miami. We had Dominicans hairdressers on every block. I could get my hair done for like 25 bucks, and I moved to like Dallas, but like the suburbs of Dallas, and it's never been the same. It's never been the same.
Is married to a white man based on how her.
Okay, y'all, what she's saying is somewhat true, but not always true, because I'm married to a white man and he loved when I switch it up. Like, I get my hair slayed. I do have to do my own hair because I'm not paying them prices. But I think it's changing too, because I'm seeing a lot more like interracial couples where the got their hair slayed. So I think it's certain types of white men that only like, you know, the 4C hair and the braids and looking like, you know, African, blackest of the black. But I think it just depends on you and your style, because one day I want to wear my hair out, one day I want to switch it up, one day I want to do this, one day I want to do that, and he likes whatever I do.
The joke that's going around TikTok about you can tell if a black woman is married to a.
Okay, so here we go. Here's the video that actually inspired my recent video on this same topic. But now that I think about it, I think the version of the joke I'm referring to is more wig specific, meaning like they were saying, if you are a black woman and you're trying to pull a white guy, just slap on a bad wig. And since I am a black woman who's currently doing wigs all the time and not doing them very well, mind you, it can be assumed that I am married to a white guy, which in fact I am. So that's why I wanted to like kind of jump on that bandwagon. Like, I wanted to be included. But I still stand by what I said regarding the whole like not having black female friends. Because I do feel like if I had some, they would tell me like, hey, Dawn, don't get on camera with your hair like that. Or they would give me suggestions, or, you know, we teach each other. Or if they saw me in a Sephora with the glue kind of all over my face, they would say something. Oh, that was so embarrassing. Anyway. But yeah, as far as my natural hair is concerned, when I did that big chop, I was like, this is going to be a very scary and interesting new journey. I better at least learn the basics of how to take care of my hair. So that was never really an issue. Although living in Italy, it can be cumbersome finding the right products that I want to use. but it is getting better. I will say that. I wear these wigs though, or I protect my hair at all times living in Italy because these people have even less respect for boundaries. And Black women, all over the world, people just be touching our hair. And so in my head, I'm always like, listen, I don't know who's washing their hands. I don't know who's, coughing, sneezing, whatever, touching themselves without washing their hands. I don't want that getting in my real hair. Also, whatever energies people have, I don't want that getting on my real hair. And since I can't fight everybody physically, I may as well protect it. And that's why I go so hard for either protective styles or wigs. One would think that because of this, I'd be more committed to improving my wig game. I mean, I'm committed. I'm still trying. But yeah, as a few other Black girls have stated about their white partners, my husband loves my natural hair. And it's always a nice surprise when he says it too, because like when I'm walking around the house, just, have my hair hanging out normal, he says it. He's like, oh, I love when you wear your hair like that. And it's a nice surprise because I don't really think about what he thinks about my appearance. I know that sounds weird, but I've never really cared what a man thought of how. I mean, back during my pick-me days, I suppose I was like that. But as I got older, it was always like, I'm gonna do me. I'm gonna do what I like to do. So it's not even a thought in my mind, not even for my husband to like think, will he like this or should I hide my hair? Because no, never. So it's a nice reminder when he says, I love your hair like that. It's sweet. It really is. If only more Black men were like that. Okay, but let's not go there. Let's not go there.
Black woman is married to a white man based on how her hair looks is kind of fun.
I used to actively be aware of women that have white husbands. Like, I would just look at them and be like, there's something about them that just tells me that they have a white husband. And then fast forward a few years later, I'm living in France with a white man. And the thing is, let me explain, okay? Here's the thing. We live in an area where I think I'm the only Black person. Like, I've seen one or two Black kids, but... And the thing is, I went to the local supermarket and there will literally be like nothing for Black women, like hair products, face, everything, nothing. And then that makes me, look online, like where's the nearest salon for people like me? And then it's like 75 kilometers away. And I have to think like, do I really want to take 2 trains for a hair appointment and pay like €6 per packet for hair? Or am I just gonna order online on AliExpress and then do my own hair? And this is the result where someone can definitely recognize that, yeah. That's the thing, like, there's just no one there to do, like, hair. And it's a whole different situation. I was still with my husband, then boyfriend, when I was in South Africa. Like, my hair was slayed, because, like, obviously, my sisters, salons, everything was there. But as soon as I moved here, like, my hair journey, I had dreadlocks. I had to cut them off, because it's like, no one, who's gonna crochet my hair? The nearest salon is in Paris. I'm in the south of France. What are we gonna do about that? And I'm really thinking of getting my dreadlocks back, but like, it's a thing that I have to like think about and be like, okay, I have to learn how to crochet my own hair. It's yeah. But then another thing is that my white husband, he like really encourages like messy hair. Like, he doesn't know the difference. Like, my hair would be looking like a mess, and people are like, no, you're so beautiful. I'm like, girl, you don't know.
On TikTok about, you can tell if a Black woman is married to a white man.
I think that this is a really interesting discussion that's happening on TikTok amongst Black women. And if you know anything about Black women, you know that our hair is a very hot topic. It can also be a very sensitive topic. And her point was saying that a lot of the times, like, you move into a more predominantly white area, and therefore there's not like a lot of stylists around you that can help doing your hair, especially if you're somebody who doesn't know how to do your hair already. And while I think that's a very valid point, I think that there's another really big point to this, which is that because white men did not grow up around Black women, or maybe if they did, they just don't care about your hair the same way that Black men do. Like, when I was younger, I will never forget, I had really liked this guy, a Black guy, and I had just gone to this transition of doing the big chop, and I now had short natural hair, and this was before natural hair was like popular. And I was wearing a hat because it was cold and I was still kind of getting comfortable with having such short hair. And I went to go visit him. We were like, he was in college, and so I went to his dorm and I had to take a picture and I had to take the hat off. And I shit you not, he saw my hair, I saw the look in his eyes, and we hung out that day. And then we never hung out again, never talked to me. He was like, I used to have like extensions in, and then he saw the natural hair and he was out. Now fast forward a few years and I started dating white guys. And I remember the first white guy I ever dated, and I was dealing kind of with my natural hair, and I think maybe I was straight when I met him, but I was explaining to him, and I just thought, you know what, I'm just gonna face this head on because I don't want to be like in that situation again, because that really, really crushed me and my confidence for a little bit. And I remember like showing it. He came in the bathroom, and this man studied and dissected what I was doing so that he could help me the next time. He also was like, you know, if we ever had a daughter, I want to know like what goes into doing her hair so that I can be like an active parent and also help with her hair. When I tell you that my heart melted and broke into a million pieces, and I think I might have almost cried, but I just remember him giving me a big hug, and he was like, it's okay. Like, he was like, I love you. Like, I want to be with you, and this is a part of who you are. So I have continued to date outside of my race, and I have a lot less anxiety around my hair. I think because there is somewhat of a curiosity from like not black people about black people's hair, that there's less criticism about it versus when somebody knows about the hair. The few comments I've gotten about my hair on this app have been from black men, because black men always have something to say about black women and what we're doing. So I think kind of a takeaway from this too is like, you can tell she's with a white man, but also I think you can tell that she's well loved because she's not stressing herself about it 24/7.
So if a black woman is married to a white man based on how her hair looks.
This is a super interesting thing to me because there are all kinds of little jokes about black women who are married to white men having like bad wigs. And by bad wigs, I mean, you can either tell like it's a cheap wig or like their weave isn't right. Like you can see new growth, blah, blah, blah. The thing that has always stood out to me when I was dating, and I dated lots of different ethnicities of men, was that black men were the only men who made comments about how I should change myself and my look. And the ironic thing is that I have natural hair. I've been keeping my hair braided because I fucked the color and it's like all kinds of fucked up, the color. But when I was natural and I was dating and I would date black men, so many of them would try and suggest to me gently how I should change my hair and be different. And absolutely every time it was, you should straighten your hair. You would be so much prettier. You know, you'd look more exotic if. And these standards that they had was almost always just, I feel like, for black women. And black women have adopted these things because a lot of times what we say is like, it's white supremacy, it's this, that, and that. And of course, a bit of that is that. But whenever I dated non-black men, I never got comments about how I should change myself, specifically how I would change myself to fit a more European kind of beauty standard. And this isn't really about what black men do, but how black women have internalized this idea that we need to look and be a certain way, especially our hair, because it's such a big deal and has been, especially in the United States. Because coming to Europe, I have found that Europeans generally have no idea what our hair is supposed to do or what it looks like. They have no clue. And I remember, this is a quick story, I was babysitting a friend's daughter unexpectedly for days, and I had to do her hair. And my biggest concern was that I was going to send her to school with hair, and someone's going to judge my lack of skills with like daughters because I don't have girls. And I honestly don't even know where it came from, like the stress that I put myself under. But her dad is white and her mom is black. But her dad later was like, girl, don't worry about it. Who cares? And even now, like my partner, besides my hair looking like the Joker because it's kind of green, he doesn't care what I do with my hair. I just really want black women to think about that.
So yeah, go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. Do you agree with your sentiment and this joke that's going on? Go down in the comment section and share your thought down in the comment section because I love reading from you guys. But please, 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 as you share your opinion, please do it respectfully. You don't have to disrespect anybody for you to air your opinion. You know how we do it here. If you're a regular, you know, if you're family here, we have conversation, decent conversation. Even though we disagree, we agree to disagree here, but we do it respectfully. Okay? So yes, my thought on this is that I kind of think so because I have a couple of white friends that really thinks that my hair is cool. I have this friend that really like, my friend is like really obsessed with the texture of my hair. Like, oh, can I see? Oh, can you grow your hair out? Let me see how it looks. I said it in one of my videos. My friend telling me like, oh, I need you to just grow out your hair. Let me see how your hair looks. Yeah, I think to fool like white men, I think they don't know the difference. Like, I feel like maybe because I feel like people cherish what they don't have because they can never have the kind of our kinky, coily, like my own type, like Fossy type of hair. Like they're really, really like obsessed with it. I really, honestly, I don't really know. Will I call that a fetish or something? Because I don't really know. I really see a couple of white people really, really like, they look at your hair and like, it's like a wonder for them, and even for them touching it is like wonder. Anyway guys, let me know your thought about this down in the comment section. Let me know if this joke is true, but I think it's true because even on social media, yeah, you see a lot of white men that are with black women. Most times the women, they have their natural hair out, living their best life. Maybe their hair is, but they are just living their best life. For the bad wig one, I don't know. Like, I don't really know about the bad wig one, if this is true. Like, I don't know about the bad wig one. I feel like every black woman rocks their hair, even the wigs, in a very way that express themselves. Then, then another thing I feel like really fascinate white men over black women and our hair is the fact the way we can switch up our hair and they can tell the difference. Is this a wig? I feel like that's another thing that really gets them really into it. But I don't know, let me know down in the comment section. Love to know your thought on this. Anyway guys, please share your thought about this down in the comment section because that's what we do here. We have conversation, so go ahead and share your thought down in the comment section. Share this video with somebody that you want to be part of the conversation. If you're married to a white man or you're a white man here on this video, please go ahead and share. Like, is this true? Is this a thing? I need to know from everybody. Let me know down in the comment section. Please, please, please give this video a big thumbs up. Smash the like button because this helps YouTube to push out my content, and that will be you supporting your girl. With that all said, guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.